we'll get into Tony Khan, but basically it's time for everybody's favorite moment, and it is called Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. So Dave Meltzer, you know, he can't help himself. So we're gonna paint I'm gonna give you guys a little hilarious scenario here. And it starts with WWE, and it starts with Logan Paul and Patrick Mahomes, or Mahomes, as Dave Meltzer calls him, which we'll get into in a second. The reason behind, so this is according to Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer specifically, the reason behind three-time Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes being booked as a heel on last night's WWE Raw has been revealed. WWE did not book this segment, whatever. It was a sponsored segment. That's why Patrick Mahomes was there, because Patrick Mahomes is a part of the Prime energy drink that Logan Paul is a part of. So they basically sponsored the segment, and they wanted Logan Paul and Patrick Mahomes to work together in an angle. Everyone's going, why would Patrick Mahomes Guys, it's Patrick Mahomes, but I'm building here. Why would Patrick Mahomes be booked as a heel in Kansas City? WWE is so incredibly stupid. But in fact, it was not WWE being stupid. It was something that the sponsors basically put together. So I love how he's calling WWE, they're very stupid. So here's Dave Meltzer calling him Patrick Mahomes. Here's Dave calling everyone dumb, the dumb WWE dum-dums, and here's Dave Meltzer.
And some people were bringing up, this makes no sense, because Patrick Mahomes was a total heel on the show, even though he's a babyface. But the reason behind it was because WWE did not book the segment. This was actually a segment that, it was a sponsored segment. That's why Patrick Mahomes was there, because Patrick Mahomes is part of the
Patrick Mahomes
Prime energy drink that Logan Paul is also part of. So they basically sponsored the segment, and they wanted Logan Paul and Patrick Mahomes to work
Patrick Mahomes. He's Puerto Rican now.
Together in an angle. And that's why, everyone's going why would Patrick Mahomes be booked as a heel in Kansas City? WWE is so incredibly stupid.
Yeah,
but in fact,
so dumb,
it was
Dave.
not WWE being stupid. It was something that,
in fact, it wasn't them being stupid. In fact, it was me, Patrick Mahomes. I want a fucking Patrick Mahomes jersey, dude. Oh my God, dude. Dave just he can't help himself. So Dave he's talking out of his ass here. We covered it before. The NBA playoff lead and boost AEW Collision to their best ratings of 2024. We covered it with the downhill ski. It was people turning the goddamn television off when the game ended. They thought it was going to translate into viewership for Swerve. It didn't. Dave Meltzer on Cody Rhodes. Sorry, we were talking about Cody Rhodes before. So, update on Cody Rhodes after selling his shoulder during his match on WWE SmackDown with Carmelo Hayes. He's not listed as injured. They never mentioned it on TV, so it's not a worked injury either. It's not like some story. So, listen to what Dave's saying here, you guys. He's not listed as injured. It wasn't mentioned on TV, so it's not a worked injury either. It's not like a storyline because it was never mentioned. I was told that it's not listed as an injury, a real injury. So whatever it was, it might just be something minor. It might be nothing at all. It's probably nothing significant. So he just said every single thing right there, dude. He just said it's an injury, but it's not an injury, but it might be an injury, but I think it's an injury, but I was told it wasn't an injury, but
this is great.
It's so fucking stupid. I don't know how he gets away with this, guys. You can give me $12.99, not Dave fucking Meltzer, okay? I say this all the time. This is fucking crazy. He said every single possible thing. What I think it's a work, and they just work dummies like fucking Dave into going oh yeah, well they didn't say it on TV. It's as easy as Triple H going, yeah, don't bring it up on TV, make it seem real. What the fuck? It's that simple, dude. Dave is just so old and out of touch. He doesn't understand really how this shit how this shit is digested and how we view it anymore. And it's kind of sad, really. So basically, we have Dave Scherer, who we've been covering, has been going after Dave Meltzer, quite frequently here after Dave sort of lied about him, and then Dave Scherer said, you know what, gloves fucking off, whatever. And so here's him responding to Dave Meltzer. So at Raven 1220 says the grind comment was unfair. So this is in response to the Osprey thing, and they're all still arguing about this. Like, who cares? I'm over the Osprey Triple H shit. Who cares? But the grind comment was unfair. Come on, Dave. It's too early in the day to be this hilarious. And so Dave Meltzer comes in with some schmarmy shit. I've explained that one to death, written it as well. Please explain your viewpoint. It was a total sour grapes reaction to losing out on someone because you promised WrestleMania, less money, more dates, and a worse family life, and they didn't choose WrestleMania over the rest. Like, look at what day, like, God damn it, man. Because you promised WrestleMania, less money, more dates, and a worse family life. Like it's death. Like it would have been death. Or Osprey could go there and become a fucking household name. Like, dude, yeah, it's literally the grind. That's the grind of WWE. Yeah, everyone has to go through that. Yes, Osprey earned his whatever they were willing to offer him, but that's what they valued him at, Dave. So it's not sour grapes. Because then they just signed Tama Tonga. They just signed this guy. That, like, WWE doesn't, like, if, listen, this is what it is, right? It even goes up to the top with CM Punk. If CM Punk came back to WWE, great. If he didn't, they wouldn't have given a fuck. They wouldn't have given a fuck. It would have just been Seth and Drew anyways. Now, is it awesome that we have Punk tied into all that? But it's just such cope, man. And then Dave goes on to say, and in both cases, they agreed to more of a travel grind than anyone in WWE has agreed to. No, that's not true. That's not true. Flying first class or in a private jet back and forth from the UK once a week or 3 times a week or 3 times a month or once a week every month or 3 times a month or 2 times a month. That's not nowhere near a grind, bro, compared to what anyone in WWE is doing. I don't give a fuck. So they should stop coping over it. Like, whatever. You got body. Like, it made Osprey look bad. He looked fucking silly. And so Dave Scherer responds, Will Osprey is my new best friend. Translation. Will Osprey is my new best friend, and he tells me everything. We do sleepovers together, and we are going to do double date to the prom if he finds me a date. I can't let the mean Triple H speak about him. Tony Khan is the final bozo. Meltzer is the semi-final bozo. Oh, man. Just bodied his ass. So Brian Alvarez, of course, like Tony Khan, we talked about it. He made the Harvey Weinstein, the Pepsi comments, all of that. And so Brian Alvarez hops into the mix and goes, talks about the backstage reaction of both locker rooms, WWE and AEW. And so Brian Alvarez says, I talked to people in both companies, and I will say this about what he said. I can tell you from talking to people in AEW, obviously the WWE people thought it was ridiculous that he said it. But I heard people in AEW saying the same thing, a lot of it. When people in WWE and when people in AEW who have a lot of friends in WWE see Tony accusing the entire company is evil, we are battling an evil company, a lot of people take exception to that. The truth is in the middle. It is not only Vince, but it is certainly not the entire company. So Brian Alvarez at least speaking neutrally about it and being at least somewhat real and saying, listen, real, through his little schmarmy smile. But I don't know. Apparently people in WWE are not super happy about what he had to say, and who would be? Like, it was just a gross, weird thing to say. And when exactly you say like it's an evil juggernaut, and it's like, yeah, maybe Vince was, but he has nothing to do with the company, and not everybody there is like that. So just like stop being a fucking idiot and saying dumb shit. So at least Brian Alvarez was being like at least he was being somewhat real about that. So Dave Meltzer says this is the most important year of AEW in AEW history. This contract. So this is a Dave Meltzer quote, right? And then we'll transition into Tony Khan here. Dave says, this is the most important year of AEW. This contracts, whatever it is that they negotiate between now and probably September, October, November, whenever the deals are done, is the most important deals in the history of AEW. It is essentially after all these years and all this stuff that has been said by the backers, by the fans of AEW, by the people who wish AEW dead, by everyone. It all comes down to this year. So 2024, guys. And it all comes down to these deals. If these deals are successful deals, the TV deals, then everyone who said money mark and blah, 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 you're all wrong and he's right. Tony Khan. End of story. You're all wrong and he's right. If not, he doesn't get a deal and he's done, then they're all right and he's wrong. So Dave is just going off here saying he's right and you're all wrong. He's not going to get as much money, and then you're still going to be like, well, he was right and you're all wrong. He lost 150 mil. If he doesn't get 150 mil or more, then it doesn't matter because he lost that much last year. And it's not that, you have to make money every single year to be successful. That's not at all what we're saying. What we are saying, though, is that 150 million lost sank into all of this. The video game didn't make its money back. Nothing has made its money back. Shad Khan made his money back. That's it. So if this is the defining year, not off to a good start with these fucking houses and the way things are going. Just being real, dude. So if I was you, I wouldn't talk all this shit. This is why ultimately at the end of the day, AEW can't succeed, because they big up everything and overhype it to the point that it can't ever live up to the hype. And then they undervalue like other shit. Like they come up short. Do you know what I mean? Like if he gets you guys already know. It's just the mental gymnastics. So you can never live up to the expectations of these fickle fucking weirdos. And this is what, as Paul Nolan points out, the WWE filtered all of these types of fans out of their sort of bubble, if you will, or whatever. And sorry, you sickos. Billionaires get where they are by don't get where they are by being done with money. Not at all. Exactly. That's a great point, Derek Hans. Thank you for that. Yeah, Dave's just putting it all on the line, but it's like this might be one of their worst years, like financially. Let's be real about that. And yeah, so that concludes this week's or this day's whatever Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week.